Welcome YouTube to Storytime with Combat, a weekly episodic series where I talk about the stories of my life so you guys can get to better know me. Get to know me better. Wow. I can't speak. But nonetheless, last week I talked about when I received a GameCube for Christmas, and this week I'm going to talk about my favorite gift I've ever received, ever. And the only reason why I think it's probably one of my favorite gifts is it still resonates with me today, and I can still use it today. And I'm sure the thumbnail gave it away, but it's a video game that I can still play today and I still get enjoyment out of. Probably my favorite video game of all time, period. And it's up there for everyone else in one of the best games ever made. So without further ado, let's get into the story. So I was a wee little 8-year-old at the time. It was 1999. And I had this game on my list, Zelda Ocarina of Time. Never played another Legend of Zelda game before that, but the reason this game was on my list was because the previous Christmas, I played it at my cousin's house when we went there for Christmas every year for dinner and all that kind of stuff. And I really liked the game. I liked the fact that I had a sword, I had a shield. I didn't really understand a lot of the mechanics, but I was like, yeah, this is awesome. And I remember playing in the Dooku Tree, which I'm sure everyone remembers, the Great Dooku Tree in Ocarina of Time. But nonetheless, I was playing that dungeon. It's the first dungeon in the game, and my cousin was happily letting me play on his game for him, which I was more than happy doing. I was ecstatic doing it, but it was a whole lot of fun. So for my birthday that year, I'd asked for an N64 for Zelda, I think GoldenEye at the time, along with a couple other games, and I received the N64. I believe Diddy Kong Racing and maybe Mario 64. I can't exactly remember what games I got with the N64, but not Zelda Ocarina of Time. So 8-year-old me was a little disappointed because I really liked this game. I really wanted to play it more. Luckily, one of my best friends at the time had an N64 as well and also had Zelda Ocarina of Time because his parents were nice enough to get it for him for Christmas. I'm not angry, not angry. So I would go there and I'd play it, and we'd kind of switch off every time one of us would, play a section, somebody else would play the next section. And he had a guidebook, I believe, at the time, or maybe that was later, but I think he had a guidebook. Nonetheless, we still would play it on weekends whenever I go over there. We'd play different multiplayer games on the N64. It was a lot of fun. But for Christmas 1999, little 8-year-old me asked Santa Claus for Zelda Ocarina of Time because I felt my parents were never going to get it for me. So I'm like, Santa's going to. I know he will. So fast forward to Christmas. Once again, the tree's in the basement, presents surrounding the tree. Our stockings are laid out because Santa, stuffed them full of nice toys and whatnot. So, I'm unwrapping my stocking because as a family we always did stockings first, and then after I'm done my stocking, I go to the presents. And if you remember N64 games and their wrapping, they weren't DVD cases, they were these cardboard boxes. And none of those presents had a distinct cardboard box look. None of them looked like an N64 game. I was just like, alright. So for me, I was, unwrapping gift and, a new sweater, a new pair of pants, some new clothes, some new toys, some Pokemon stuff. Sweet, this is all awesome. And I keep going, and I keep going, and I keep going. And obviously, there's one present left under the tree for me. And my mom and dad are like, yeah, go open it. It's from my parents. And I'm like, well, I asked Santa Claus. I didn't ask my parents for this. So I open it, and I think it was a Manitoba Moose jersey. So for those who don't know, Manitoba Moose were an IHL team after the Winnipeg Jets left. The Manitoba Moose came. And that was in 1996. So I got a Moose jersey, and I was like, And my parents were like, yeah, they were really happy to give me the gift. And I was like, I really wanted Zelda. And the 8-year-old me was obviously a little disappointed, but at the same time I was jacked to get this jersey because I really liked the jersey. It was a pretty cool jersey. I still have it today, actually. But then my mom's like, oh, and Santa had a present for you. We totally forgot to give it to you. And my mom looks at my dad. She's like realizing that Santa forgot to put it underneath the tree. So she runs upstairs, brings down this gift. I unwrap it, and it's Zelda Ocarina of Time. And my sister, who had also played the game with me at my cousin's house and had come to my friend's house a couple times, liked the game as well. And she like got mad almost that I got it. And she's like, no, I wanted that game. That's the game I wanted. I'm like, no, you didn't. You don't play video games. This is the game I wanted. So you couldn't wipe the smile off my face. So, you know, we finish up at Christmas. We go to my my grandma's house for our other Christmas. So my mom's side, we do it at my house. And my dad's side, we were doing it at my grandma's house. So we get back home. I throw on my Moose jersey. I sit down in front of my old TV that we used to play N64 on. Throw in Zelda Ocarina of Time. And I think I played that thing until we had to go for dinner. And it was a fight to get me off of it. And to this day, it was the first video game I ever beat. It was the first video game I ever beat multiple times. It was the first game I ever 100% completed. And to this day, it is still a game I will go back and play again. Because something about Zelda Ocarina of Time, whether it was just the first time I really knew I loved video games or not, it was incredible. I loved every second of that game. And I hope you guys did too. I don't know if you guys ever played it. If you ever have, let me know down below with a comment. Let me know what your favorite part was of that game. Because I have lots. And I'm going to go through a couple right now. The Fire Temple. Fantastic. Love that level. Definitely love the end level. Love the Spirit Temple. But my favorite of all is the Great Deku Tree. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. What is the best present you've ever received for Christmas? Let me know with a comment down below. Once again, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more from me, please hit the subscribe button. Until next time, guys, Kombat signing off. Peace.